webcam not super glary, though I don't think there's any help. Oh, a little better. Okay. Today I will be talking about take one step. This is inspired by Alan Chikin Chow, my dear friend, which says take one step on his home's lock screen on his phone. And also my dad. My dad taught me to create bite-sized goals from an overall big milestone goal. And so today I just want to talk about this with you guys. And yeah. And look at me now. I've actually been procrastinating on this for so long. Hello, Tony. And so I'm just going to take one step and go live because I've been thinking of doing this for so long. You know, the thing in life is that you don't need to have all the answers figured out. You just need to take one step and the path will reveal itself to you. Like, no one knows the answers. Even people who have done great things, they didn't know that they're going to do a great thing in every step they took. They just took one step at a time and they did their best, made the best judgment and best decisions they knew how in every step. And whenever there was obstacles that they faced, problems that they faced, they did what they thought was best to deal with it. And so I'm here to say, whatever it is in your life that you've been putting off, that you're afraid to do, or you're unsure what the outcome will be, just take one step, take it day by day. And if you have a big goal that seems so impossible to reach, right? Like, let's say the goal is to be an astronaut. Okay. Break down that big goal into yearly milestone goals. And then from yearly milestone goals, break down that goal into monthly goals. And you see where I'm going with this. And then break down those monthly goals into weekly and daily goals. Because if you really think about it, everything that is big, that seems so far to reach, it's accumulation of little steps that you took every day. So let's say, and being an astronaut, I don't know why I chose that example because I know nothing about being an astronaut, but the goals are probably like go to astronaut school, pass astronaut test, make sure your eyesight's okay, like do your physical exam, like, and you can break that down to like working out every day, working out on lung capacity, on your knowledge of space and etc. Yeah. And hi, chat. Hi. Thank you for being here. I know it's been a long time since I've been live, but I really love going live because I can see all of you. And it's just a chance for me to just come here and be myself, just talk as how I am with my stream of consciousness. I'm still getting used to wanting to deliver my message or my thoughts versus splitting up my attention to looking at the chat. But hey, it's so good to see you guys. Feel free to share some of your experience with taking one step or breaking down like a big goal that you have into smaller goals. Yeah, I think things add up, and that's the beauty. But also, there's two sides of the same coin, right? For things to add up. If we go into a more relationship topic or emotional topic, if you really think about it, like things add up from relationships too. If something that hurt you wasn't addressed by someone, you like and you don't express it, it might add up if they keep doing it again and again and again until you can't stand anymore, and then you just explode. And it could be the tiniest thing that they say that wasn't even a big thing, but because it's been adding up after all those times, it becomes a big thing. So think about this concept too, like all your small efforts and small actions that you feel wouldn't make a difference, trust me, it does. Everything you do makes a difference. Everything has a cause and an effect. So I know sometimes it's daunting to just start or to even feel like, oh my gosh, like who do I think I am to even achieve that? It seems so impossible or so far of reach. But hey, maybe not now, maybe not today, right? It'll be impossible. But maybe in 3 years, oh yeah, that's more possible, right? The ability of a human being to grow and change from utter willpower is incredible. I don't know if any of you guys here have seen my baby videos. You probably have. But if you look at some of my old YouTube videos, and a lot of them are private, I didn't really leave them public anymore because they're actually really cringe and embarrassing. But I still need to acknowledge that version of myself from my past, like I was once 16 years old, 13 years old, 12 years old. And I look back and look at myself and I'm like, wow, I look so different. Even my dad would look at me and say, wow, like you lost all your baby fat. um, but yes, I just want to encourage anyone out there to know that you have so much willpower. You have so much power to change, to grow into anyone you want to be. Yeah. Hi. No, Alan doesn't live with me, guys, but I just saw him today. We were shooting for our next episode, which is our Macau episode. I'm not going to give you guys spoilers, but it's so exciting and I'm so nervous to watch it. But yeah, I just got back from Macau. The whole team did. And it was such an incredible experience, guys. It's our first time shooting outside the country. Oh, wait, I think I just gave you guys spoilers. No, you've seen my stories on Instagram. Yeah, and everything was so smooth. We felt so welcomed by Asia, and we hope that maybe we can do more in different parts of the world. Maybe my home country, Malaysia. Anyways, yeah, my Halloween was awesome. What did I do? I basically was productive for the first half of the day, and then me and my boyfriend, we went to my god family's party, and we ate good food, had good conversations, took pictures, and played some poker. Yes. But anyways, I came here to really talk about the principle of taking one step and the principle of milestone goals. Because my whole life, after knowing that, it really changed the way I approach my time. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I keep a planner with me all the time since I was in high school. It's because my high school gave us a planner each year. And every week there would be an inspirational quote. I love planners so much because of that. Every week there's an inspirational quote, and then you can plan out your week and you can put goals and there was one time I was so I don't know how to even describe that, but I planned out every second, every minute of the day from like 5 a.m., I would do this, 6 a.m., do this, 7 a.m., do this. And I would plan out how much time it would take me to do each thing and be realistic about it. And it made me really like use every second and minute of my time. And I could really see the progression from like, days to weeks to months in terms of my goals. Um, and I loved it. And right now I'm thinking about systems a lot. For example, I tend to be a messy person, if I do say so myself and admit. But it's because I don't have systems in place where sometimes if I'm busy and I'm rushing somewhere, I'll just like find like my clothes, and then wherever I change out of, I'll just leave them on the floor. Like I wouldn't put things back away. And that goes with a lot of different parts of my apartment. I haven't built systems where like if I take this out, I'm going to put this back because there's like too many things. And sometimes I go in such a fast speed. And I don't like clean stuff right away, if it's a little dirty, and things add up, you know what I'm saying? So then it has become this big thing where it becomes like a cleaning day. I have to spend like all day to clean it. Where if I did just little things each day, if I take something out, I put it back in, like I leave things how I found them, then I wouldn't have to have a cleaning day where I have to clean for like 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the principle that small things, they add up too. And the power of systems is so, so important. Like you can build systems around yourself that set you up for success. For example, like when I was time managing my every second of every day, it gave me a reason to wake up early because I know that, okay, 5 a.m., I need to wake up because I'm going to do this. And I realized like now, I'm an adult, I have my own schedule. I don't need to follow my schedule for my school. I have to create my own schedule and have my own routine. If I don't schedule out everything, I'll just wake up I'll wake up late, but I'll have like a few things I need to go to, some events and some this and that. But like, I'm not necessarily living my life and using my time the way I want to, if that makes sense. And sometimes in life, if you don't make plans for yourself and you don't give yourself direction or goals, you'll find that you will spend your life just reacting to people and reacting to circumstances and reacting to things that you need to do and not you wanting to do them. And then one day you'll ask yourself like, why am I doing these things? Or who am I? Like, who do I want to be? Like, what is my purpose? So I really would like you guys to, think about little things that you can do that will lead you to that big thing that you think is impossible, because nothing is impossible. If people in the past have done what you want to do in the future, I'm sure you can do it too. I always like to say that I'm just as capable as anyone else. I'm just as smart, just as talented, just as hardworking, or even more. Yeah. So take one step. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't need to, have everything figured out. Just live every second the best that you know how, and be your best self to you and the people around you and to society and to the planet that we're all sharing. And you will just be jolly and set for life. Oh, Shamarlo Scott. Oh, thank you. I'm living my life happier. You're the greatest YouTuber. Thank you. You have amazing life and life goes on in the future. Thank you. I take out the trash every day on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. See, that is a perfect example. Today, I just wrote on my fridge, and I can't really show you because I have like some laundry out, but it says Monday, clean the laundry room. Tuesday, the workroom. Wednesday, the living room. Thursday, the balcony. Friday, I split up these cleaning sessions on different rooms, different days, because if not, I have to clean all those rooms in one day and it would feel like a lot. But if I split it up, it wouldn't feel too much. And a lot of the times, how this relates to some of our feelings too, is what overwhelms us sometimes is when we're thinking about the 100 things that we have to do. We're thinking about like, oh my gosh, like this is coming up. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to da 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 da. But if you just pause for a moment and just say, okay, thinking about the 100 things is overwhelming me right now because I cannot physically have the capacity to do those 100 things. But right now, I can just do one thing. And what is the thing that I'm going to choose to do? And then you do that thing. And then you'll feel so much better. Because if you think about that 100 things and you just feel like you can't do it and you're going to be paralyzed from the thought of not being able to do it because you don't believe that you have the capacity, because you don't. Like, no one can do like something that's like just so much bigger. We have limitations, we're human beings. We have limitations. So yeah, just if you ever find yourself in a place where you feel overwhelmed, just think about, okay, I'm overwhelmed because of this list. But if I can make that list smaller by doing one thing at a time, then you're not going to feel that overwhelmed too, because you're like, and you'll feel so satisfied. Like, I get so much joy from crossing out like stuff to do on my planner. I feel so much joy from completing all those things. And if I don't actually finish the things I want to in 1 week, I cross it out and I move it to the next week. And then I try to do what I can the next week to finish off that thing. And eventually you'll get it done. Hey, chat. I'm married to Alan many times, but I actually have a boyfriend, guys. Okay. 7 viewers for someone Discord. Thank you. I'm just grateful that you guys are here. I go live in the most random times. I don't expect my followers to be notified or to tune in. I know everyone has their own thing going. But I think it's fun, lives feel very intimate and very real. And can you imagine, we are here right now, like spending time together in the same time frame. And that's why I think lives are so intimate and special, because nothing can be more real than this. Like, I'm definitely not reading from a script, right? Like, I'm not acting, I'm just speaking, and I can't edit any of this out. So yeah, I think lives are really special because they are very unedited and they're just real. They're just real. Recently in Macau, I did my first keynote as a speaker with Alan, and I was so nervous, guys. Oh my gosh. That's one thing that I think I have to be better at, like being a speaker. And there's this thing that's so funny. Like, when you're up on that stage and they're asking you questions, I wish I had the guts to be like, So am I required to have a good answer for every question? Because sometimes I get asked questions and I'm like, honestly, I don't know if I have the eloquence to give you guys a really great answer right now because first of all, I am having stage fright being on this stage looking at hundreds of people in front of me and I'm like clackering my teeth, chattering my teeth and I have to think on the spot. Man, I really feel put on the spot right now. Like, I wish I could just have the guts to kind of just say what I'm feeling or just like, but when you have like, and you see there's a timer in front of you and there's like 10 minutes left and the interviewer is like going rapid fire and he's looking through his notes and maybe he's not even looking, not even listening. It's scary, guys. And sometimes I just wish I could just do it again. It's so fun. I would love to speak again and also just take up the challenge because I think interviews is a total different skill and ball game and you really need to be present. And I think people will also try to ask you questions that will throw you off. And it's so frightening because there's like a camera right in front of your face and then a mic right in front of you. And you're just like, well, I'm really nervous right now. So I can't really think in the way that my brain naturally flows. But you want me to give you an answer, right? It's crazy, guys. And then you just don't know what's going to be clipped and maybe used against you or taken out of context. Scary. It's so vulnerable. That's why, I mean, live is kind of like that too. Other than like, I'm just talking, right? There's no one really like asking me a question. I mean, I guess you guys can ask me a question if you want. Tony Ray said, I'm going to sleep and I'm heading to bed. So I'm proud of you. Enjoy your night. Nice to meet you and have a great night. Sending love. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, I love your acting and singing from Alan Chikin AU videos. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. I never been to college. I only graduated high school. High school's good too. This makes me relax. Cool. Good. Shamarlo Scott. I'll always support you, Chelsea Sick. Thank you. That means so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you. Oh. Oh. Cool. So I'm gonna leave this video off with this. Take one step. You don't need to take 100 steps the first time. Just take one step at a time, and then you'll eventually look back and be like, oh my gosh, I took 1,000 steps, and today it just feels like I took one step. And yeah, and I'm gonna work on myself too. That's the secret sauce. Okay, guys, I love you all very much. Thank you for being here with me on this live. I will see you on the next one. Maybe you can put down in the comment section or in the chat what topics I should talk about or what you've been thinking about recently. Okay? All right, bye guys. Good night.